statement.
Absolutely. We have this little slogan that we use for our program, TGHT, the game honors toughness. And I thought today was just the epitome of that. These two guys to my right and left, I think that they're also the epitome of that. Hunter Wilder on the front end of that 3-run inning, grounds out to the pitcher. Probably 60% of college baseball does not run hard to first base. He does. Pitcher makes an errant throw and he beats it to first base. 2 batters later, or 3 batters later, Drew Holderbach hits a 3-run pump. Coming off of yesterday, and I don't think he minds me saying that yesterday was not a great day for him. The adjustments that he needed to make from yesterday to today were humongous, and they were probably most mental, right? And that's the toughness part of it. I thought every pitcher that went out there really served an extremely good purpose. Gray's 2 earned. There's a lot of positive in that. He's out there for a long period of time during a delay while they're checking on him back. Cody Little comes in and does a phenomenal job. Ryan Sleeper to Zach Lewis. Zach there at the end, bases loaded, nobody out, and finds a way to get back in the zone and obviously get us a punch and a double play ball. Again, TGHT. Just so proud of our group. Had absolutely every reason to stop today and did not, and that's who we are. That's what the A stands for.
Well, let's do it in order. Hunter, your approach when you go out there bottom of the 7th inning.
Leading off the inning, I'm just trying to get on base as much as I can. Looking for a good pitch to hit. Didn't get one really. Just about trying to hustle. Your days are limited in this game, so just trying to make the most out of everything you do.
Drew, talk about your at-bat.
Yeah, I remember facing him during the season. I can tell you the pitch sequence he went with on that. So I had a specific pitch I was looking for. I wanted the slider outside, and then I got it, and I was able to put a good swing on it.
Coach, Coastal had chipped its way back, got it tied up in the 7th. What did you tell your guys anything going to that bottom during the break there between innings?
No. I think you are this time of year. You're kind of who you're going to be. Hold them to, single runs over the 4th, 5th, and 6th. You end the game and they've scored in 3 innings and all of them are ones. That's all you can ask from a defensive standpoint or a pitching standpoint. So no magic potion there. Just again, I think I described it earlier. It's just you got a guy that's playing as hard as he can. And you got a guy who's flushing his previous bad day and making it a good day. There's a couple of 2-strike at bats there by Austin St. Laurent that kind of propelled some of that. He's got no hits to show for the day, but he's got a big sac fly, a big hit by pitch, and it just is who he is.
In the 5th, down going into it, but you got the 1 run, and then you had the guy you wanted at the plate.
Yeah, no question. He obviously got out with the bases loaded last night, so I know that he was coming into today, wanting to continue our season, and we never look at it this way, but I'm sure that he wishes he had a better bat in that game, in that situation. So, he did a phenomenal job.
For either of you guys, how much does it help because your pitchers are out there fighting, keeping a pretty good hitting team right there with you, giving you a chance?
Yeah, it's been great, especially losing Steensma early. That was, it gives us every reason, like you said, to pack it up and think it could be over, and then the next guy steps up and he delivers, and the next guy steps up and delivers, and it's just, it's just what this team stands for, and we're going to keep going.
The pitchers keeping us in it is big because if we stay in the game, we're eventually going to figure out a way to score some runs, so that's huge for us, for them to come in and keep them to what they did.
Coach, y'all been in this position before, having to work your way back through. You talk about there's no magic potion. What do you try to do from here going forward?
Yeah, I think I made the statement yesterday that I've made it to Matt probably, as much as we've talked about this. I've felt to a certain degree, even though Drew wasn't here last year, Hunter was, I feel like this fall was it was just a continuation of last year. It really was. I just thought that there was And it's more so in like the energy and how we go about it, and you know, again, our toughness. So I don't know that it's anything new or that you even like sit down and talk about. Like, we're not going to sit down and have a team meeting of like, hey, how do we go do this? You just go out and compete on every play, and that's no different because we're in Montgomery, and when loss changes or ends our season, it's because that's how you should play the game, and that's ultimately what we stand for.
Matt, President, App State Athletics. Drew, you talked earlier about remembering back to a pitch sequence that was mid-March. It's pretty remarkable. What is the process that you go through to be able to, having faced so many different pitchers on so many different teams, like have that sort of recall for a specific guy's arsenal or process against you?
Well, for one, that was a pretty bad strikeout, so that kind of helps. But yeah, I mean, we do a lot of video stuff. We see the video, we see our scouting reports. We have the pitch charts from the previous games in the dugout at all times, and it helps us to go up there with a plan and stick to it and execute it.
Coach, when Jackson Steensma goes down on the back of the mound, obviously it's a tough moment for the game, losing your starting pitcher, but also emotionally. What was the message at that juncture to keep the guys together and keep the energy?
There really wasn't. I left the dugout and came back here with Jackson. So, I think it speaks to, the character of our guys to have compassion for somebody, one of their teammates that they care a lot about, on both sides of it, both on the injury standpoint and both from a standpoint of not stopping playing. Because that's what he would want us to go out there and win that baseball game so that we can. As soon as he got himself together, he's right back in there, and he's our biggest cheerleader, and that's who he is. So I don't. Again, kind of back to how do you work yourself back in this tournament? It's just the character of our team. Quite honestly, it's we care about each other. We fight for each other. We play extremely hard, and I hope it's at the end of it, it's that we leave it all on the field, and that's kind of what we do every day.
Finally, one other big moment in this ball game was in the top of the 7th inning. Cody Little strands the bases loaded, and his ability after ball 4 was called on a pitch clock violation, he loads the bases just to get out of that situation and to lead to Drew's go-ahead home run. Just speak to his resolve in that spot.
Again, just super tough. We felt good about the matchup there. Obviously, I think anybody could see we had a lefty going in the bullpen, and you got a left-hander at the plate. So I think, traditional wisdom would say, hey, let's go ahead and bring in that left-hander right here to get the left-hander out with the bases loaded. We just liked the changeup against him. We felt like we had some success with that pitch with him that day. Cody, I think, has at least tied for our best changeup on the team. He'd gotten to that point, and kind of building on past success. 2 weekends ago at Old Dominion, he strains the bases loaded to win the baseball game on strike 3. So he'd been in that situation before. Kind of back to it is it's not anything that we're inventing right there as it's happening. It's something that he's experienced, and he's been out there, and he knows that we've trusted him through that. Coach Leggett had a mound visit. If you really paid attention to those 2 adjustments that were made between Cody and Zach there, they were both following a mound visit. And I think that for someone to take coaching in that standpoint, just the ability to just take a deep breath and calm down, and the teammates out there on the mound calming them down. Hey, get us a ground ball right here. Hey, we got you. And the pitcher sending that back. I think that it speaks a lot to the pitcher's side as well, to be able to take that breath, right? To be able to take that coaching, if you will, and just calm down and just go make a pitch.